Hi, my angels. Thank you for joining me as we continue on with our general energetic readings for the month of February for Sagittarius. I just want to let you know that I did record yesterday your general energetic reading for the month. I've already uploaded your general love reading, and I was finally able to finish your general overall reading. Having some technical difficulties because the video is somewhat long, but it was actually a great video, and I really can't wait till it gets uploaded and posted for you. So you will have that hopefully by the end of the day if everything goes well. This is going to be the karmic energy. I haven't done a karmic energy reading in a while, so I'm really looking forward to see what the energy is as far as our karma or karmic connections between people that we've dealt with in the past. That's going to be followed by our general finance and career reading for the month of February, and then we're also going to tap into the ancestry energy to see where their guidance is leading us for February. Then we'll do a couple of love readings, you know, for singles, couples in separation, just general inquiries regarding Sagittarius love. If you have a particular question, I would love to hear it. Put it down below. And if you're a regular subscriber, I'll be more than glad to try to cover that subject in the February readings. Let's get started. Let's first cleanse the energy and space. Always start your volume out in low because I do clear the vibrations in the room. Heavenly Father, God, and protect my energy and those that watch. I truly believe that what is to be shown will be known, and what is not to be revealed will not be seen. When it comes to karmic readings, we wish everyone well, even those who have harmed us or have tried to put stumbling blocks along our way. I trust the divine, and I know what is meant for me, no one can take from me. Okay, I think we should first start, since we're talking about, let's tap into the tarot first. What is the karmic energy? What is going on with the karmic? Or is this also tapping into the karmic connections in our life? Or where we are with karma? Let's see where the messages lie. Okay, I just want to see if I'm holding the deck up. I'm not holding the deck in the wrong position, so I'm going to take these reversals the way how they're coming out. The overall energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, in the reverse with the Six of Swords in the reverse, the Four of Swords in the reverse, and with the Tower in the upright. So as far as the karmic energy was going on right now, things aren't looking too good. Their cycles aren't necessarily having the ending that they want, or they're not getting a completion because they're stuck. They're stuck because there is karmic debt to be paid. Your life isn't going to move forward. Your manifestation is not going to take place if you're not a good person, if you're not putting good energy out there, and if you're not paying your karmic debt and reaping what you sow. So for some people in your life, and could be possibly you as well, there's a standstill in your blessings. With the, I always like to show you what the upright looks like. With the Six of Swords in reverse, you know, this is where you get to move away from troubled waters to safer territory, to new beginnings. But for the karmic, or for those of you who are going through karmic lessons or relationships right now, you're not being able to move away from the situation. And it potentially could be because you need to be in this situation because there's a lesson to be learned. If you go through enough situations where you're not getting the lesson, eventually you are going to be stuck. So many of you are probably wondering, why can't I get away from this person? Or why do I have this cloud of doubt, this cloud of insecurity in my life? Why do I have all these trouble and woes and traumas going on? It is karmic energy. Things that you might have done or said in the past that are now coming back to haunt you. So until you make amends with it and go through it and get it, you are going to remain stuck. You're not going to be able to move away to safer karma waters. Same thing with the energy of the Four of Swords. This is someone who is is resting, contemplating things they've been through, moves they want to make. How else can we say this? You know, a time of solitude, they have peace. Not the karmic, and not when you're going through karmic stuff. If you've done bad stuff, like I said, you can't spew out negative energy and bad thoughts and do bad things to people and just deal in the negative and dark energy all the time and think life is going to be easy breezy for you. No, you're going to get stuck. Things are not going to move the way that you want them to. You're not going to have peace and rest because you're always going to have to be kind of playing catch up when it comes to life. You're always going to be behind the 8 ball, so to speak. You're never going to be on the right side of track of life. So you're not going to have peace because guess what? The negative energy that people bring to your life, or these karmic connections and lessons that you need to learn to make you be a better person, or more humbling person, or to make your karmic be a more humbling and better person. How can they expect to give peace when they've been giving havoc to other people's life? So when you've caused havoc in other people's life, you can't possibly think that you're going to be able to have rest. It just doesn't work that way, because what you put out there eventually comes back to you. And with the Tower card, hopefully, between the karmic and yourself, whoever these lessons are for, and sometimes in karmic connections, the lessons are for both of you. A different lesson to be taught by each of you, but your connection together is what brings this relationship to the centerfold. You're together because both of you have karmic lessons for different reasons, but it's the connection that makes both of you address the issue. Maybe if you were with another person, you wouldn't address it, but this particular person, they bring it out in you. They bring up the subject, or they create the situation which makes you address this karmic lesson that you need to go through, and hopefully pass the lesson so that you can move forward, so you can get unstuck, so that your wheel of fortune can continue now to go through the cycle of life where you can receive your blessings. So until that happens, and when all that does happen, then yes, the change comes, because now you've grown. Now you've gotten the lesson. You understand your wrongdoings. You've paid the price for the things that you've done to people, or what people have done to you. When that karmic debt has been paid, yes, there will be big movement, big changes, and hopefully there'll be growth and development in you and the karmic person, regardless of whether the lesson is for both of you or just for one of you. We're going to tap into my karmic cards. This is another deck that I created many years ago, a private deck of mine that I use for the karmic. We get, my friends and family are life to me. Why can't you accept that? Some of you have dealt with people where they have picked you and your relationship between choosing between them or your family. And when people do that, you shouldn't have to choose between your family, your children, your friends, and your lover. You can balance it out and love them all equally and give them their just due. Any lover or partner that tries to put a wedge between you and your family, that is not a good person. That is not good energy. So you need to check that. We also get, listen, it just happened. It wasn't planned. It's not their fault. It's mine. I was willing and able. Those of you who've suffered with someone cheating on you, lying, doing the dirt behind your back, you've caught them out there, you have video evidence, you have stuff, you know, on the internet you've seen, there's rumors out there, and this is how they come back to you. Listen, it just happened. It wasn't planned. It's not my fault. You know, it's mine. You know, I was willing and able. It's not their fault. We have a tendency as men and women to go after the side chick, to go after the side dude with smart remarks, showing up and showing out. And at some point, we've got to put the blame also where it lies, with your partner. If you have a partner that has cheated on you, if you have a partner that has lied to you, infidelity, third-party interaction, they got the side eye, they got the side chick, the side dude. Yes, the person who tangled with them, it does take two to tango, but your person was also a willing participant, okay? Regardless of who started the side relationship, your partner didn't say no. We need to start addressing our partners and making them take accountability and paying their karmic debt to the damage that they caused when they allow themselves to partake in outside relationships when they know they're already spoken for. Stop going after the other person. We also get the card, don't act surprised when you agree to an open relationship. When you sit down with people and you get to know them and you feel each other out, you already know what this relationship is going to be. And if you don't know, then maybe you should know. You need to sit down again, back to the drawing board. Stop acting like you don't know what it is. You're not immature, and neither are they. Be clear in your understanding and be clear of what you desire, and be clear that you understand what they desire. Read their body language. Read what they do and what they don't do, more importantly. Someone who doesn't show up, someone who's always canceling dates, someone that you see has a very high attention to the internet and is always busy, always postponing time with you, or even when they're with you, they're spending more time answering calls than being with you. This person isn't into you. We've got to stop accepting people and just settling because we want to have someone in our life. People like that are just there to enjoy the few moments with you, or to use whatever money or to use whatever material goodness you can bless them with, or whatever status you give them. A lot of them want to be in an open relationship. And if you're okay with that, then that's fine. Don't be surprised then when you see all this chitter-chatter and all these pictures with them with other girls or other guys. Don't be jealous. Don't get in your feelings because you knew what it was. If you signed along for it, then you can't be surprised. But if you know your person wants an open relationship and you know full well that is not what you desire, then you don't co-sign. And you let that person, you know, I like you, you're cool and everything, but I need a commitment one-on-one. See you later. So stop acting surprised when your men and women step out on you, when you know full well they never really was in it 100. They kind of already told you they're player. They do what they do. If you want to hang, fine. If you don't, don't. At the bottom of the deck we get, I see you enjoying your life without me. I can only hope you'll miss and want me again. Someone who's going through their karmic lesson now, when it comes to love, realizes, as they always do after you're gone, what they did in the relationship to hurt you, the prize that they lost in having Sagittarius. And they're looking on the internet, especially if you're socially active. They're looking on the internet. They're talking to your, mutual friends and family members that still might be in conversation with them. And they hear what you're doing in life. If you're in the up and your life is doing great, you're with a new love, a new boo, they see and feel it all, and they feel sort of a way. So they hope that somewhere down the line that you'll miss them and that you want to maybe talk to them again or reconnect. But they're in their feelings because they realize, the loss is more significant than they thought they were going to be able to deal with. In the middle of the deck, we get, I dream of you very often. Your karmic is dreaming of you, that you're on their mind. And why wouldn't you be, Sagittarius? We are forced to be reckoned with. We're usually, that star, that diamond in the rough that most people want, but they just can't keep us because they do dumb stuff, right? They do dumb stuff. It's not that hard to date a Sag and to keep a Sag in your life. The main and key thing is you got to be honest and you got to be truthful. And a lot of people, they can't take that truth serum, so that's where they lose us. Let's just pull 2 more cards from this deck. No reconciliation with you is ever possible, ever. So whoever is thinking that you are going back to them, no. We don't go backwards. Sagittarius, very rarely, maybe a few of you might do it, but for the most part, we don't rewind. We go forward. We don't want to go back into history. That's why you're an ex. You stay in that position. So, whatever they're going through karmically with their new partners and whatever desires they have of us, of dreaming about us, trying to keep up with us on the internet and seeing what we're doing, we already know And subliminally, we've probably already told them, there is no reconciliation ever between you and me. And then the last card from this deck is, karma is usually not early, but it's never late. I know a lot of us get stuck in our feelings when we wonder if someone who's hurt us in the past has gotten their karmic debt. You know, have they paid for all the dirt that they put you through, the hurt, pain, and anguish? And that's not for us to sit here and worry about. The best revenge is for you to get your ish together and live your life and be golden. Be that beautiful, abundant, glorious Sag. That's what you should do. Never worry about what karma, if any, your ex is getting or not getting. Because trust me, karma will always come on time when it's supposed to. It is usually not early, but it's never late. But again, don't wish it upon someone. The universe will take care of all the dirt that people do without you interfering. Okay, let's get into some other messages here before we go into the other cards. We get the message of locked doors can now be opened. For some people who have paid their debt karmically, finally now the keys being given to them, maybe to someone's heart or to new opportunities to love, or maybe where they had blockages as far as work and stuff like that, it's now finally opening up. With the message, your perseverance is rewarded. Keeping you know, the lesson in tune, learning from your past mistakes, really being sorry for what you did, and realizing sometimes some people do mess up, right? And we all do it, and you really don't realize what you did was kind of shitty until later. But when you really do own up to it, you should be able to pass that karmic lesson and live your life accordingly and do right after that. And for some of your karmics, that is happening for them. They realize the stuff that they've done to you and others in the past wasn't the greatest. But now they're learning and they're being better people. And the reward for them being better people is that they're going to get themselves in better situations and in better relationships because they're healthier now for it. With the energy of follow your intuition, when it comes to you and your karmic lessons, Sagittarius, follow your intuition. Go with your gut feeling. A lot of the mistakes and the bad judgment calls that we make, our intuition has already told us prior to making that mistake, don't do it, but we go ahead and do it. So go with your gut feeling. Please follow your intuition. It will save you a lot of heartbreak and disappointments. The bottom of the deck, we get the dragon, strength, and wisdom. A lot of your karmic lessons that you and your karmic partners and connections will go through is to make you stronger. It is to make you wiser so you don't make the same mistakes in the future, and you can share in your growth and development in your lessons with others. It's not to hurt you, and it's not to take away from you. It's actually to help you to grow and to obtain more in life. Before we come to a close, we get people are rejecting me and ghosting me. Guess what? Karma, yes. That person that hurt you, that person that had that side chick or side dude with you, that person that took your money, that person that railroaded you on the job, you know, that person who's spreading the bad rumors and talking crap about you, that person that tried to play you out of position, that phony friend. People are rejecting them and ghosting them now because their true colors are finally showing and people really see them for who they are. They might not have believed you before about them, but this person has just acted out so badly in so many ways with so many people that now that character is definitely in question and people are parting ways with them. Sudden loss of business of company. What did I say? People are parting ways. If they did you dirty in business, that co-worker, that boss, that owner, that partner, guess what? Their company might be going out of business. They could be suffering layoffs. There could be kickbacks. There could be a whole investigation going on in their company. They could be getting sued by their fellow employees or employer. They're in a lot of legal havoc or soon to be. We also get is not able to manifest at all. Nothing they want, need, desire, wish for, pray for, or dream or hope for. God dag, nothing they want is coming to pass. Nothing. Everything is stopped. Everything is blocked. Because it has finally come to pass. That karmic lesson, that debt has to be paid. And the universe is saying, until you take care of all that you've done. Right? Like in the color purple with Sealy, right? What you did to me is going to come back to you. And until you fix it, nothing is going to be good to this person. The final card on the bottom of the deck is, will not find love in this lifetime. This person has been so terrible at love, has broken so many hearts in addition to yours. It is like physically and spiritually impossible for them to really find true love because they don't have it within them. They just don't have it within them. So in this lifetime, for them to really have true love is going to be impossible. They would have to do an entirely 360 move with their life in order for that to happen. Let's tap into the tarot to close. We get Temperance. That's us in there. Wow, we get the Devil. We get the Moon card. And at the bottom, we get the Emperor. You know, taking charge of your life by having patience with the temptations that your karmics will try to put you through, and knowing the difference between your karmic trying to tempt you for their own gain or your karmic just tempting you because it's part of the lesson, it's part of the cycle of whatever it is that you both have to learn in this union together. When you're dealing with a karmic, a lot of things with the moon energy is not going to be shown to you right away. For a lot of you, you're not going to be sure it's a karmic connection. You might just feel it's a love connection. It's a good partner connection. It's a good friendship, right? It's just, you know, chemistry and energy being exchanged. But you've got to be careful because these karmic relationships, and when there are karmic lessons to be learned, trust me, the evil in them, the bad things that they do, the bad things that they've done, the bad things that they continue to do, the way how they do tempt you with things that are not positive for you or even for them. A lot of it they're going to show you, but a lot of it they're going to be hiding their hands behind their back. They're going to be saying one thing in front of you, but doing something else behind you. So when dealing with the karmic, always be sure that you are taking the lead and you're listening to your intuition. You have your eye open. You're working with your third eye chakra, because when you're dealing with people who are shisty, they can do anything. They can be very misleading. They can try to twist your trust around. Okay, so you're dealing with someone who is unworthy. You're dealing with someone who wants to control you or use you for their own personal gain. They'll take Sagittarius' kindness, your patience, you know, in vain. So always know your karmic is doing much more, right? And is really capable of doing much more damage than what you are actually facing or realizing, because they hide a lot of what they're doing behind your back. Let's just go to this deck and get 3 cards they want me to get. Guarded. Many of you, you're either afraid or you feel a certain way about your karmic. You're protecting yourself because you feel the temptation. You feel the negative energy. Their aura is off. This person is just like a bad seed. Your nurturing and compassion somehow saves you, but it can't save them. Bad people, it doesn't matter how much you try to love them. If they don't want to change themselves, they can't and won't change. Messages and dreams. Your karmic is going to be trying to reach out to you in your dreams because they're going through it. People are abandoning them. They need you, Sagittarius, in their life, or they would like to have you in their life, but that is not your place to be. For some of you, your karmic could have been a twin flame energy, or you thought it was your twin flame. The bottom of the deck, we get but, You're detached from this person. There's a distance between you. There's very cold friction between you two. There is no repair for this relationship. What is done is done. And it's not that you're going to gloat of what they're going through, but you're not exactly going to be crying for them either, because justice is justice. And you know, when people do you wrong and their karma comes around to serve them their karma pie, let them eat that plate, honey, and get a full stomach. Memories and nostalgia. Your karmic person is definitely crying the blues, thinking about Sagittarius, what they did, what they could have done, what they should have done. It's a little too late for that, but you know, we'll let them have it. Let's pull 3 cards from my new deck, Message Moods. I love it. Dilemma. Your karmic person is in a big dilemma. They probably found somebody to fix them good, and they're stuck, and they really wish they could turn the hands of time. But this mess that they've gotten themselves into this time is a big problem. We belong together. You know, in hindsight, this is what they're saying. You know, Dag, we really did belong together. How did I screw that up for Sagittarius? Hey, that's all dust in the wind now. You know, would have, could have, should have, that's over. Let's pull one more to give it an even flow. Always be my baby. Even though you're not in their life, they still feel like you two could have been and should have been together, and that there's a spot for you in their heart, but not vice versa. I'm just curious. Let's see what's at the bottom of my deck. And don't forget, this is a 150 card deck, private sale only, limited. If you're interested, it's my Message Moods. You can chat me down here on the comments, or you can reach me at sacredsagjourney@gmail.com. At the bottom of the deck, should have let you go. You know what's funny? When your karmic is going through it, and they do have all these positive memories of you, and they're kicking themselves in the butt for doing what they did to you. Should have let you go. That's not you saying that. That's them, because they're almost kind of admitting, damn, if I didn't do all that dirt to Sagittarius, I knew I was grimy. I should have just walked away from Sagittarius and left her or him alone. And maybe if I did, I wouldn't be getting all this bad karma now. So it's funny how they're almost admitting they knew they were rotten to you. They knew they were no good for you. That maybe had they just left you alone, because they knew you were a good person, they knew they were taking advantage of you, they wouldn't be in the position that they're in. But again, it's always like a little bit, you know, too late after the fact, right? Let's pull 2 cards from this deck. Name drops. This person is still out there trying to get attention by bragging about who they dated, where they worked, what they did. They're still trying to get traction. Because again, a lot of people moved away from them and had stopped dealing with them. So they're trying to attract new people. They're self-sabotaging, always holding themselves back, because they know they've failed a lot in relationships. They've failed a lot in life, and they just can't stop self-sabotaging. And with the card, acts like a stranger. I don't know you, man. A lot of people, like I said, walking away from them. They see people in the street, or they try to hit people up on the internet. They're blocking them. They're taking them off their friend list. They're unfollowing them, because people are tired. They're tired of your karmic. They're tired of, you know, all the toxicity that they bring to relationships. They're just tired of them. So they're going through it. They'll be all right. You just continue to do you. If some of this karmic energy pertains to you as well, do the work and you'll get through it. Have a good one.